Okay, so first thing I always do, start off by drawing a little picture. So we have a rectangular driveway, so we might as well draw a rectangle. Okay, so we know the length is 4 feet less than 5 times the width. Okay, so let's say length 4 feet less than 5 times the width. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, we just don't know what the width is. So for the width, we'll let that be x. Okay, so 4 feet less than 5 times the width, 5 times the width is 5 times x. 4 feet less than that is 5 times x minus 4. Okay, so we know that our length, I'll put it over here, is 5x minus 4. Excuse me. Okay. And we're given that the area is 672 feet. Okay, so we know what formula we're going to use, the area of a rectangle. Okay, so the area of a rectangle is equal to length times width, or width times length. I would do it in the order I'm going to write the equation. So width times length. Nah, I don't want to put the x there, since we already have an x running around. Okay, so you have the width times the length. Or you can just use the formula A equals width times length. Since we know the width, we know the length, and we know the area, we can just make that 672 equals x times 5x minus 4. Oops, straighten that up a bit. There we go. Okay. So now we just solve for our x. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is distribute that x. And that gives us 672 equals 5x squared minus 4x. Okay. So if we subtract 672 from both sides, that gives us 5x squared minus 4x minus 672 equals 0. So once again, we can solve this using any method we want. The a times c method looks like it would be really bothersome, so I'll just use the quadratic formula. Okay, so we know that our a is equal to 5, our b is equal to negative 4, and our c is equal to negative 672. Move this up a little bit. And drop that down a smidgen. Okay, so we know that x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Separate that a little. So that's equal, negative b is negative 4. That gives us positive 4. Plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times 5 times negative 672 all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 5. I might as well put the minus negative since I'm rewriting it anyway. Alright, so that gives us 4 plus or minus the square root. Actually, just skip ahead to the final answer since we're running out of space. And that's the square root of 13,456 divided by 10, which is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root, oh, not the square root, 116 over 10. Okay, so that means that y can equal 4 plus 116 over 10, or it can equal, there, kind of separate that, 4 minus 116 over 10. Okay, so this gives us 120 over 10, which is 12. And this gives us negative 112 over 10, which is negative 11 and 1/5. I'll just say 0.2, which it's negative anyway, so you know you're not going to use it. Okay. Why did I say y? And that should be x. And no one said a thing. Alright, so we have x equals 12. So if we redraw our rectangle we started with, you know, our x equals 12 is our width, and our length is 5x minus 4, which is 5 times 12 minus 4, which is 56. So you have 60 minus 4, yep, 56, as your length. All right, so any questions on that one? Okay. All right, move that up for a little bit. All right, we're going to stop there for today.